Hello, welcome to another edition of Talking Sports and Fitness with Zeke. I'm Zeke, sometimes known as Mike Zielinski. I'm honored today to have as my guest Gina Stallone Amrich. And as Gina Stallone, she was, I think, very well known in Berks County. You were one of our first superstar gymnasts back in the day with the Berks Gymnastic Academy, and you were on the U.S. international team and international competitor in world championships, etc. Longtime coach, clinician, etc. Your husband is a former gymnast as well, and a former coach. Yes. But our first program, and there's a spoiler alert we're going to do too. Our first program, I want to talk a little bit about, as everyone was captivated during the Rio Olympics, the final five of Simone, Biles, Gabby Douglas, Aly Raisman, Laurie Hernandez, and Madison Kocian. You know, we've all seen Mary Lou. We've all, well, those are older. Mary Lou, Nadia Comaneci, amazing gymnasts. But has anyone ever seen anyone like Simone Biles?
No, no one has seen anyone like Simone Biles.
What is it? Is she just a freak athlete? I mean, she seems like she can do so much in the air and hang so long and so gracefully.
I know. I think it's just amazing. I'm not quite sure. I think she was just born with it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, gymnastics is all about technique, but you need the physicality. Right. And she's just blessed with tremendous genetics.
She's strong, muscular. She has the great personality that everyone seems to enjoy.
I just think, you know, like in the same Olympics, you look at two athletic physical marvels with Usain Bolt, who's done it for 3 Olympics, and Simone Biles. So tell us a little bit about when you look at it as a coach, because she won 4 gold medals and she wound up with 5. I think she had a silver in the other one.
Right.
What separates her besides when you look at her?
I think she just has that natural talent, that quick twitch.
Yeah.
And I think it just sets her apart from everyone else, and she has an excellent work ethic, and I really enjoy her personality. She seems like a team player. She wants the best for everyone. She just has the whole package.
What about Aly?
I love Aly.
Now she was, I guess, the first one to win. She got a silver, I believe, in floor exercise, and she was the first U.S. female gymnast to win an individual medal in consecutive Olympics in Shannon Miller in 92 and 98, and it was her 6th Olympic medal, which put her second only Miller. She seems to have a great personality too.
I hear she's the hardest worker. I
mean,
she's in the gym early, she stays late, she trains harder than everyone else. And I really feel like at this Olympics, she looked a little bit better than the previous Olympics.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for her, she was competing with Simone.
Simone. Yeah.
But what about Gabby Douglas? I mean, is it like, you know, the Olympics are only once every 4 years.
Right.
Does someone's physical peak sometimes pass? Because she was more dominant in 2012.
Right.
Do you think it was because she was just 4 years older?
I just feel she just didn't seem to have the heart at this Olympics. I didn't feel she had the passion. I think maybe people were telling her to be there, and maybe it wasn't coming from inside as much as it did from the last one. And I just felt she wasn't quite a team player. Maybe a lot of pressure was on her this time around. I know she had a lot of publicity, and she was expected to make the team, and maybe that just got to her a little bit.
Well, what is it about women's gymnastics that has made it so popular, much more popular than men's gymnastics?
Right.
And I like watching men's gymnastics because I marvel how strong those guys are. I mean, they're unbelievable. But what is it about? Is it you mentioned personality? Is it because a lot of the people have had personality, like Mary Lou Retton had tremendous personality?
I think that draws you in because it looks like they're having a great time.
Yeah.
And then you, as a child or growing up, want to be like them, want to have fun, want to win the Olympics, want to be the best that you can be.
The Karolyis, Bela and Marta. And Bela came over from Romania. They coached Nadia Comaneci, and he defected back in the day. And then after they had that big ranch in Houston, and then he kind of retired, and his wife Marta was running. This was her last one. That's what they called the superstar team, the Final 5. You kind of predated your career a little bit, the Karolyis, but obviously you know of them and know them. Yeah.
Right. I think Bela just came over. He started with Mary Lou, had a young group of girls, but they weren't running the show at that time. They had the ranch, but it wasn't the place where all the gymnasts went monthly. And then as the success came about, then I feel like they took over and they seemed to know what to do and how to run, and they had the best gymnasts in the United States, so then we followed with them
I think one of the reasons why female gymnastics has become so popular in this country, especially in the Olympics, was because of the force of Bela's personality.
Yeah.
A charismatic guy, and just the way he would talk to them and encourage them and just say, you will do it.
Right.
It's almost
and
like you're afraid not to do it, and you believed it.
He made you believe that you could do anything that you wanted to do.
Yeah. And he wasn't a competitor. He was not a gymnast.
Not that I know of.
No, I think he was a boxer.
Okay.
Because I guess gymnastics, I guess back in the day, was not as popular.
Right.
What were your other thoughts about the gymnastics in general from Rio and what the future for the U.S. might be?
Well, I think we have a strong future. Marta retired, and now Valeri Liukin, which is Nastia's father, has just taken over the ranch.
Okay.
And he just started, there's a training camp there right now, and he's taking over, and I just predict that we will be on top for a long time.
What is it about to be at that level? I mean, you have to be a certain physical type. I mean, you can't be too big. You can't be too, not to say robust, but you know what I mean? You have to be very tiny and small.
Right.
So that kind of narrows the gene pool a little bit, right?
It does. And they're taking, like right now, there's little 6-year-olds at the ranch. They're taking them young. They don't go to school. They're homeschooled. They train twice a day. It's a big commitment. It's not for everyone.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're doing those little girls a disservice.
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Of course, we'll get into that with your show, the second show about your career. But as you look at the Olympics then and compared to your era, now we'll get into that. But we'll mention now, 1980, you didn't have a chance to compete in the Olympics because of the U.S. boycott. And the ironic thing is, the next year you competed in the World Championship.
Right.
Yeah. And that was just because the federation the Gymnastics Federation. It wasn't a governmental decision.
Right. So that's where they were. We spent a few weeks in Germany, and then we went to Russia for a few weeks.
How big is it a regret that you didn't get to compete in the Olympics?
Well, I really didn't qualify for that team. I mean, I competed in the trials, but I didn't make the team.
Oh, you did? So in a way, was that a bittersweet thing then?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it would have been more crushing.
If I would have made the team.
Yeah, so. All right. Well, thank you so much, Gina. We'll see you for part 2. And again, don't forget to like us on Facebook and subscribe to the People's Chronicle channel on YouTube. For now, this is Zeke saying aloha.
These community stories are made possible in part by BCTV, Susie Ray Design, Queen City Family Restaurant, Lamar Advertising, Heidelberg Family Restaurant, Reading Air, Lions and Hole, Peanut Bar, and Kutztown University.